Najib and Anthony, two brothers from Sydney with two very different journeys to finding the wellness product that they both needed to enjoy the best of their lives, pain-free. I'd love to welcome the creators of GelPro. Guys, it's great to meet with you. Tell us a little bit about how GelPro started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, the saying of, create opportunity from adversity really comes to mind, particularly when I was in my 30s and was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, which, was quite a blow both to my ego as well as my health. And what I discovered was, in order for me to kind of undo some of the damage or actually get my health back on track, I really focused on my overall reset. And so my lifestyle had to change. I had to change everything from my mental health. I had to change my eating habits. But the damage that the arthritis had already done, I struggled to find anything that would help me kind of repair that. So I literally started by making bone broth in the kitchen every single week and making liters and liters of it, because I'd read that it might help with joint inflammation and it might help with some joint damage. That seemed to give me personally the benefit. And I thought, well, look, at the time, it was either going to be I keep stinking up the house every single weekend by slow cooking bones for 12 hours, or I find something that would be a little bit more convenient. And that's when I kind of came across collagen and started taking that and was feeling great. And I introduced it to Anthony, who had a shoulder injury from years of self-abuse through boxing. And
only your brother can say that without getting smacked in the face.
It's actually, he can talk. Well, yeah, that's exactly right.
It was different for those times, I guess in those times, you'd have a quick injection of cortisone or something like that to lower your inflammation and back at it the next day. So it was a different thing to do, but I stuck by it and tried it, and it did more than what I expected it to do, and awarded off potential operation and things like that. And so in my mind, it was like, what, people need to know about this. This is helpful. This is good food, and we need to incorporate this sort of stuff.
And that's when we kind of went, what, there might be an opportunity here. Let's see if other people want the product for the same reason. So we started GelPro. We started by bringing in the same product that we were using from the US, and then went, hang on, well, we're in Australia, but we've got the best beef in the world. Why don't we kind of work with an organisation to make it, using Australian hides? And that was quite a challenge to achieve, but, we did achieve that. But then we started to see a massive shift in the demographic, particularly over the last couple of years. When we first started, the people that knew what collagen was knew how to find us. We had a great opportunity. We didn't need to sell collagen. We did not need to sell it. People who knew what they were looking for knew to find us, and we were quite fortunate. In the last couple of years, we've seen a huge shift in the, particularly the demographic and the type of people looking for collagen, and they're predominantly looking for collagen for the benefits of, let's say, hair, skin, and nails. So that's, as you said, now the new black, and everybody's kind of companies that you would never have thought would even be on the collagen bandwagon have jumped on the collagen bandwagon. And we've kind of said to ourselves, well, you know what, we'll stay true to what we set out to achieve to begin with, which is we're a collagen company first. We're not a supplements company with a collagen product. We're a collagen company through and through. And yeah, look, I mean, I'm turned 67 last week, so the collagen's absolutely working.
Not.
I am joking. I am joking. No, look, I'd be the best billboard.
That's what you found.
I mean, we joke about it, but in all honesty, and this is something that I think would really love for this to come across, is that I don't sell collagen to people thinking it's a fountain of youth. we don't want to promise that it sits there and reverses aging and this is the new discovery. If it makes you feel good, if you get up in the morning and go, I feel like my skin's glowing, great.
Yeah, and this is empowerment, really. This is it's the new black, like you said, but it's really not that new. It's old food, and it's been turned into something that's convenient because, let's face it, we can't sit around anymore and put on a pot of bone broth and go off to work and hope the house doesn't burn down and things boil over and things like that. So what we're doing is turning some of these ancestral foods, backing it with the modern science and getting it to market to say, hey, this is an easy way to take it. You don't have to eat raw liver anymore. We can put it in a capsule for you. You don't have to skin the cow and eat the white stuff in between to get your collagen, because we'll give it to you in a plain powder. So it's the new black, but it's quite old.
So perhaps some of us have tried a collagen facial if we were really treating ourselves at the day spa. But to have collagen on a day-to-day basis, whether it be in our coffee or our smoothies or on the top of our acai bowl, what is it and what is it going to do for me?
Sure. So collagen's the most abundant protein in the human body. It's in our tendons, hair, skin, nails, joints. And what happens is when you reach the age of about 28 to 30, the natural body's production of collagen starts to decline. And so the reason why people find some benefit in ingesting collagen is that it helps their body produce and reproduce collagen that it would have otherwise not been able to produce given the decline. And that's why people kind of take it to get some of those collagen productions increasing.
There's a few main reasons why people might take collagen, and they've changed over the years, but predominantly what we look at is people are looking for a benefit to their dermal layer, okay, so for the skin, and then that extends to the hair and the nails. But more recently, people have been looking at research around collagen and its effect on gut health, and in particular, the gut lining. And we've seen the emergence of things like leaky gut and things like that. So you'll find a lot of functional medicinal practitioners and naturopaths and people of the like recommend it to try and see if it can assist in repairing that gut wall lining, where the amino acids virtually help strengthen that lining and then fuse it back together, so there's no more leakage, if you like. On top of that, then there's also a traditional benefit of normally helping with joints, okay, so joint injuries, joint-related pain, and inflammation in general.
So does the body find it easy to digest or absorb collagen in the form that GelPro puts it out in there, whether it be a powder or a liquid form?
Yeah, I think that, if you're looking at it purely from a protein perspective, if you've got, dairy intolerance and taking whey protein, might disagree with you. We haven't really had any complaints about people that find it difficult to absorb because, it tends to be absorbed quite easily into the body. It doesn't feel heavy. I mean, certainly my personal experience, it's not one of those proteins where afterwards you kind of feel, oh, that's a bit much. It's sitting on my stomach. It feels very light, and because it's like flavorless and easy to have, as we mentioned earlier, you can incorporate it into almost anything. So it's tasteless and light in that sense. So people don't find that they're walking around kind of, a bit too heavy after they've had collagen.
Very obvious that this is not a plant-based product. Let's just make that very, very clear. But what you have been able to create is a range of products that is so simple for everyone to use, depending on what they want it for, whether it goes into your smoothies, whether you just have it in your drink bottle, whether you're having a quick shot of it in the morning. GelPro really does have a range of products that there's something for everybody in there. What is the difference between gelatin and collagen?
Yeah, there's two major differences. One of the major differences is gelatin actually gels. So the old jelly that we used to eat, that's in trifle, that uses gelatin. So in effect, if you add that to water, it's going to harden and gel overnight. Mm-hmm. The same stuff is collagen, or actually gelatin contains collagen. collagen's exactly the same stuff, but it does not gel. Now, when you create collagen so that it doesn't gel, it just yields a higher protein, but essentially they have almost the same benefits and almost the same amino acid profile and so forth. So, and the same goes for even like marine collagen. They are higher and lower in different amino acids, and some of those amino acids do different things for, joints, hair, skin, etc. But essentially, across the board, I would say if you're looking to kind of get the value of the amino acids, then the amino acids are across the entire range, just in varying levels. But that's the difference between gelatin and collagen, is one gels, one doesn't.
Can you ever have too much collagen? Like if you're having your shot and your smoothie and then a steak at night, are you overdosing on collagen?
Yeah, that's a protein question. So, collagen in essence is a protein, a form of protein. Now, depending on what you're having throughout the day, if it's a heavy protein day, and I mean needs to be heavy, then, excess protein can cause things like, you struggle to go to the toilet and things like that. But it depends really what else you're having throughout the day. So that's very dietary based and individual. But in essence, most of our products will recommend a single serve of something, and that's pretty much your serve for the day. So we're not talking about, the old fashioned whey protein of like, 4 scoops in your porridge or anything like that. It's just normally a single scoop serve.
And I think, one of the things that we've tried to do is, how do you make this part of your day to day and not, oh God, I forgot to take my, X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to wake up looking older the next day. This is about convenience and incorporating it into your everyday. So you almost want it to be by default that when you make your black coffee, instead of adding milk, your new creamer is collagen. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it's tasteless and it actually looks nice in the coffee. And hey, I've just had my, shot of collagen in my coffee. Down to the point that something we're kind of testing at the moment, but not advocating. So I'll be careful how I phrase this. We've created some really interesting, watch your space, but we've created some really interesting butterfly pea and lychee and dragon fruit, real proper fruit, freeze-dried fruits and powders that are combined with a collagen. And we had a few people test it, and the vast majority, oddly enough, said it tastes so good they added gin and vodka to it. And I think, maybe COVID lockdowns didn't really, help with that. But, if you want to have your beauty shot.
Yeah, that's right.
We're kind of redefining, if this is the new beauty shot, yeah, go for it. So we try and create products that are flexible enough to add into your day-to-day without it almost feeling like, oh, this is so routine, and take the boredom out of it.
Yeah, and we have customers, tell us all the time that we have some that have never ever put it in a liquid. So that's how versatile it is. It's always in their pasta sauce or their gravy, or their kids' meal, sprinkled over the top. So the tasteless and odorless part is massive for people, because anytime there's flavors, as good as they are, sometimes they get hard to keep up, if you're having the same flavor every day. So if you incorporate it just with your daily meals or smoothie bowls or whatever it might be, one day you may drink it, but one day you're ingesting it via food. So it's very, very versatile as a product,
So what is your best-selling product then, boys?
Honestly, we call it the the original, the OG, and it's the one that actually has nothing but 97% Australian, New Zealand collagen. We've also recently changed our packaging to tin, so that people can recycle them. We think we're quite clever. We've created a non-toxic label that when you peel the label off, you literally have no branding, so that you can reuse the tins in your kitchen. We'll give you some labels and stickers so you can write whatever is in your kitchen, and they look quite nice. The only thing that we didn't think people would mind is, everyone wants to kind of be
A little bit
a
of
G.
advertising,
So
yeah.
we've put a G right at the top, just for a little bit of branding. But other than that, that's our bestseller. And marine collagen is also a bestseller because some people don't like the idea or the stereotype of it being beef. But all of our range that we're releasing in the new packaging has that recycled capability and reuse. We're trying to advocate more reuse than actual recycling. And we're actually encouraging people to keep the tins. And, for a discount, we'll actually, in the coming weeks, we'll offer biodegradable pouches so that they could refill the tin, because we want to encourage reuse more than actual recycling.
Amazing. So this is not only an Aussie product through and through. The two of you are running it as a family business. You've gone the next step of doing environmental packaging, which sounds just fabulous. And we're going to look and feel great.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, that we're going to use that exact segment that you just commented as our new advertising campaign, I think.
Yeah, no, look, you're getting
yeah, I knew there's a catch.
You're getting a proper family business, and if a customer's talking about an order, we know about the order. We've been downstairs to check when they're going out, and when we're busy, we're there hand wrapping and getting things out. When we're mixing, we check the mix, we taste it before it goes into QA. When we're sending to the lab, we're attending the lab. When we're going to the farms, we're going to speak to the farmer to make sure everything's okay and they're happy with the arrangement. So we're through and through integrated, if you like. So and we think it's important because you get those questions and people do want to know the details, and so they should. What cattle, what region, all those sort of things. You need to know them, and you need to be able to answer, and they deserve the answer.
And I think the other thing is that we will not create a product that we won't use ourselves. Mm-hmm. I don't care how much of a fad, how much of a great seller it is. If we're not going to use it ourselves, we will not create it. So it has to be something our families use, our friends use first, and that's really our trial. Is it goes out to family, friends, and customers that have been loyal for 5+ years. They try it, they give us their feedback. They say, I'll absolutely incorporate this into my day-to-day. And, if it gives us value, it gives us more value when we see it being used every single day in people's kitchens and in people's lives. The one thing that, if I have any regret, it's the, soon-to-be released collagen hair health that I think it's too far gone for Anthony to try. That's just not going to work.
Too late for you. Well, you never know. You've got to start
it's too late.
somewhere. You might get
I still got the skin butt,
full
Shelley.
regrowth happening. This could be a completely different spin-off than you expected. Well, it's so great to speak to the two of you. This is a great Aussie company. It's lovely to see, after all the hard work, you do still have your humour about you, which is fabulous. And look, we wish you all the best of luck. This is a product that you must try. Thanks so much.
Cheers,
Great,
Shelley.
thank you.
Thanks.